Okay, so today I'm just showing some cordials and elixirs made with herbs. So I have some herbs here. I have my dried sarsaparilla, which is really good for lots of different things. You can look that up on my website. Some cardamom seeds, which are really, really beautiful, aromatic, one of the main ingredients of chai tea. And a little bit of fruit here. I have some pomegranate, a couple of strawberries, apple. So you can add fruits, some ginger, or you can just add the herbs and the honey and some alcohol to preserve. So here I have some white wine and some vinegar. So it's a really easy process. You can take a little jar here. And for this one, I want it to be very aromatic. So I'm going to add some of the cardamom, just a teaspoon of the cardamom seeds because they're quite strong. And the sarsaparilla, just take about the same thing, about a teaspoon of the sarsaparilla. Now a little of that fell out, so I'm just going to add a little more. And that's going to be very aromatic and just really lovely for flavor. I'm going to add a little piece of apple to that just to add some fruit. The fruit is pretty much just for flavor as well. So I'm just going to slice that into a couple pieces here, put that in, and add a teaspoon of honey. And then you just want to cover it with the alcohol for like a teaspoon there. Cover that with. And I'm going to use the wine with this one. Okay, you can use white wine, you can use rum, you can use whatever you want. So you just want to make sure that the fruit is covered, because if it sticks up then it could spoil and rot. So what you're going to do is just put the lid on, and if your honey's warm it's probably better because the honey will start to dissolve more. But you would just shake this daily. What you want to do is break down the honey and just give it a good shake for mixing and drawing in all of the beautiful tastes and medicinal properties of the herbs. And so there's that one, really easy to do. This one here, I'm going to add just a little bit of pomegranate seeds here and put a few of the lovely seeds in here. And you can strain afterwards if you want. It takes about 3 weeks for the flavor to really absorb. You know, if it still tastes like wine or vodka or whatever, you know, then it's not ready. So I'm just going to add pomegranate and a couple pieces of ginger to this one. And for the herb, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add cilantro. There's a ginger. Because cilantro is very, very good for circulation and drawing toxins out of the body. So I'm just going to take a clean spoon here and add like a heaping teaspoon of my cilantro to that. And with that one I'm going to cover it with vodka because I really want to draw out the medicinal properties, and the vodka or rum or brandy will draw much more strongly than the wine. The wine is really just a flavoring and a preservative, but it doesn't draw out quite as well as the harder liquors. So it all depends on what you want to do. So again, whoops, just put that together, give it a shake. And you want to put it in a fairly warm spot, at least for the first few days, because you want the honey to dissolve and not still be crystallized. Okay, so you can see that I've made a few more here and I've labeled them. This one is coriander, cardamom, and ginger in vodka. This one here, you can see the pineapple fruit, pineapple, strawberry, sarsaparilla, cinnamon, and the pineapple, and that's going to be really tasty. This one here is has the turmeric, lemon balm, and cinnamon with ginger in a vodka. So you can do all kinds of them here. It's really easy. You just look up your herbs, see what you want. The more bitter the herbs are, you might want a little bit more fruit and a little bit more honey, so that so that it's not quite so bitter. So it all depends on what you're using. If you're using anything that's really sort of calm and bland, so I'm putting a little bit of strawberry, a little bit of apple in here, and then what I want to use is this this one here is actually, which is a bitter herb. This one's actually a little bit of golden seal, just with the, it's just the leaf, it's not the root, so it's not as powerful, but still it gives you a little bit of that medicinal quality. And again, a little bit of honey with that. So this is going to be a little less tasty, for lack of a better word. So I'm going to add the wine with that, because wine is going to bring out a little bit more flavor. And again, just cover that. And because it is golden seal, you know what, I'm going to use the rest of the strawberry. And then again, cover and shake. And that's it. Leave it about 3 weeks before you start tasting any medicinal flavors. And if it still tastes like the alcohol, then you need to leave it longer. Simple as that. Okay, above all, have fun.